Let me show you where I am today on June the 11th, 2010. Reporting in from Rome with my expert professional tour guide Roberto, who's just fixing my bike right now, and another Canadian traveler, Alan from Nova Scotia. And the three of us are heading off on the tour on the Via Appia. You were going to give us a little introduction of where we're going and what we're going to see.
Well, we start here. This area is the Hopian Hill, and with the Cespius and the Pagital Hill for the Esquiline Hill. According to tradition, Rome was founded over 7 hills on the left bank of the river Tiber in 753 before Christ. It was born, the city, by the struggle, the fight between the two twin brothers, Romulus and Remo, who decided to found this new city in this location. And then they had an argument because one of them, Romulus, wanted to found the city on the Palatine Hill, and Remo wanted to find it on the Aventine Hill. Then they decided to make a race, a bird-watching race, and Romulus won this race, but they had another argument. Then he decided to solve the question, killing his brother.
Oh, nice.
However, there are some archaeological evidence that support the view that Rome was founded over the Palatine Hill. Now we can't see it from this point because this area is closed for work, restoration works, I'm sorry. But the Palatine Hill is in that direction. We will see it after. This building was part of an immense complex. It was 2 acres and a half of Terme, a bathing and leisure complex where it was utilized for recreation and social meetings. There were 800 terme in Rome. Wow. And you have to consider that a normal person had about 180 days of holidays per year. It was a society based on slaves. A normal person, it means a patrician person. Exactly.
Not the slaves. They didn't have 180 days of vacation. Okay.
It was a free term, both for men and women, and sure to be admitted to every class in Rome, from the poorest free person to the richest. This use of going to the terme, it was completely, it ceased completely with the siege of Rome by the Gauls in 537, because they destroyed all the aqueducts to take the city. Then the Mons Oppius remained waterless for a lot of time. There was a very high level of hygiene during the Roman period, from the kingdom to the imperial period. You have to consider that a normal person in a Western society can have about 500 liters of water per day. They had 1,000 liters of water. Oh my God! From all the mountains around the city, because there were not natural sources inside the city.
And the water was heated?
Excuse me?
Heated. It was hot, the water?
No, the water, it wasn't hot. It was fresh water.
Oh, fresh water.
Well, they used fire.
They used fire to heat it.
Yes, because there were 3 steps on the terme. There was a first step, there was the tepidarium, it was introducing warm area, calidarium, that was a very hot pool, sauna-like, and then the frigidarium, that was a very cold pool. But it was not a sauna-like place, just it was it consisted of 2 libraries, for example, and 2 rooms for political argument. Okay. Very interesting. Thank you, Roberto. But you have to consider that in this location, before this terme, there was the Domus Aurea, the golden house of Nero. This complex was built in 109 after Christ, the imperial period, and the Domus Aurea was finished in 65 after Christ by Nero, after the Great Fire of Rome. Nero, the emperor, was considered for a long time guilty for that fire. It's not true. However, he decided to build a huge landscaped portico villa here. It was 200 acres, like having, like Latin said, "Rus in urbe," Fiesole, countryside inside the city. Because they changed from the gens Claudia of Nero, the Claudia family, from the Flavia family. Then the successors, they decided to cover all the villa, to strip its jewels, its ivory, its marbles, and the Trajan was the last one who decided to cover up with a platform building that.